Hi guys, welcome back in my channel. It will be the second video and question and answers about the second edition of BFAS Sword. I'm very sorry that took me so long to make it. I had two reasons why. Because I'm become the cyborg. Simply someone cut off part of my elbow during the fencing training. It is something I don't like to recommend to anyone. So the second reason is that after the beta tournament of the second edition we held here in Poland in late September, we decided to make some changes and improvements and add some new solutions. And right now those things are tested. So I just wanted to wait until we get the final feedback from our testers before I answer the question, because some of the question refer to those things we already decided to change. So here is the second wave of 20 questions. Enjoy. So the first question. Will we be able to reuse our armies without too much change, not adding a lot of new bases to make regiments on movement trails, for instance? Okay, the answer is quite easy. If you have few regiments for your army for the first edition, then you are safe. But if you played like skirmish level and you have just couple of bases, so then definitely you will need more models. So this is a very simple answer. Okay, the second question. Please also release a small softback book for the second edition rules set. The player's edition book in softback was very helpful. Free or paid PDF would also be nice too. Okay, the core rules will be in softback for sure. We haven't decided the format A4 or A5. We don't know yet. Probably they stay in the same way as the first edition, player's edition, but it is not set in stone. We are still working on that yet. Okay, the question number 3. Do you plan to share a beta version of the rules PDF together with some sample army lists for us to test? Yes, of course, during the Kickstarter, maybe even a bit earlier. We will see. Number 4, can you go over a basic term? Yes, in one of the next videos. The problem is that we decided to make some changes. This is something I mentioned about. When we test them, when the rules, the beta version will be, let's say, set in stone, then I will start with making videos. I will start with simple things like how to base units, how to prepare units for play, and then we'll go to more difficult subjects. The number 5, can you talk about changes made to how historic army lists are created now? Okay. At the beginning, we will give you something like generic lists of the army lists from the period, like, let's say, Polish Commonwealth army list from the second half of the 17th century. Then, when we release the rule books for the specific campaign, we will add more army lists, which will be strictly historical. Okay, number 6. Will those unit cards be sold in faction bundles, or how do you intend to release them? I think not being able to see and read about all unit forces stats will be a bit sad, and you will need to be able to prepare for game or pick forces the same way. This a bit complicated, but I think the main point here is how we sell the cards. It is easy. When we start to selling unit packs, inside of each unit pack you will get card. But of course we know exactly that you have your miniatures, your armies already. So there will be bundles with all cards for each faction, like Polish Commonwealth or Swedish or Ottoman. So whenever you buy such a bundle, there will be like 80 or 100 cards. It depends on factions. Then you will get cards for all units you may be able to use in your faction. Also, we'll have the army list and army creator available online, so you may check whatever you want before you buy new units. So I think it's good solution and you will like it. Number 7. When will the Danish army list and cards will be out? Because here the answer is very, very easy. The same time as other armies. So all major armies we have in the first edition will be available at the same time. There are the small armies like Gdańsk and Kurland, which will show up, let's say, later. Number 8. Do you think about the rules in other languages like French or Spanish? It depends. First of all, if we find a trading partner, distributor in countries like French or Spain, and they decide this company decide to cooperate with us and make the translation, okay, that's no problem. But I don't think we will be able to translate and release the book in Spanish or French and just sell it in those languages. I don't think it will ever happen. Or maybe we can consider German, because we have plenty of players in Germany. We have plenty of shops in Germany sharing our game. Maybe we can consider German version. Nevertheless, it will be base rulebook in that language. I don't think it will be possible to translate and print all supplements in other languages than English. Next question. Will it be playable at all in 2022? Definitely yes. Number 10. Can you buy all the unit cards without buying miniatures, and will the cards stay available for all the units in the new game? As I said before, yes, you will be able to buy the cards and trays separately. So please don't be afraid. We don't do such a things to our customers. So, we will try to let you go through from the first edition to second edition as smoothly as it will be possible. Will the units on a tray be part of a regiment, or will regiments be outphased? Now we will use much more generic term for our we will use the term unit, not regiments or banners. Unit is a name for the group of soldiers on a battlefield. So we'll only use the name regiment to reflect their historical flavor, but it will be not connected to the rules. So just the flavor. Let's say that Karl Gustav Horst Guard Regiment, it will be a unit. The name regiment is on the flavor. So number 12. With the movement trays, will unit formations will be removed from the game? Will it just be rank and file? Oh, yes and no. So when we place all bases on a movement tray, so you will not be able to just spread the bases and decide not to move them on a movement tray. So that's the difference. So the units will be, bases will be attached to the movement tray, but you can still make maneuvers with a basis on a tray. So let's say pike and shot unit. Then you may simply form a square. You may move the pikeman to the first rank. So when you do those maneuvers, then it will be reflected in a game, in a rules for this unit. The same will be for Polish cavalry, which will be able to operate in open order. But you will not remove the stands from the tray to recreate the open order. You will simply mark this and mark this situation, this status, and then also it will be reflected in the unit rules during the game. Number 13. How will command work? Will you still use command tokens? I like this aspect. And will commands still matter? Yes, of course, commands still matter. the command points and the orders. It is the one of the aspect of our game which we really like, and also it will stays. And honestly speaking, it will be, I think, much more important than it was in the first edition. So I will show you how it works in one of the next videos. Number 14. Will you still support the old rules? Okay, so we'll not come to your house and we will not burn your old rule books, and we will not force you to play the second edition. It will obviously not happen. So we will support the second edition, and we will not publish anything for the first edition. It's simple that it works that way. Everyone do this the same way. So I see no reason to publish second edition and still develop the first one. So we are switching to the second edition, but you have materials for the first edition. If you like it, I believe that you like it, so you might still play it if you want. Okay, number 50. If by unique you mean hard to learn, so we don't want to be unique. Streamlined doesn't mean that the rules are stupid. In our case, we will would like to focus on something, on different aspects of the game. The game will still have tactical depth and also strategical depth. It will be simply different, easier to learn. We don't want to have in a game dozens of exceptions, which are completely not necessary. It makes everything much more difficult to catch for new players. So our goal is to make the second edition of the rules which are really easy to learn but very heavy to master, and also those rules simply should give you a lot of fun. This is our major goal. Number 16. Oh, it's a very long question. Here where I live, this game is sadly almost unheard of. I have never seen it on any convention ever. I've been playing with myself and a friend who borrows stuff from me for a long time. Do you have, or have you thought of getting some kind of promotion program going where you can get help from you and the company to spread the info and to show off the game at the convention and so on, if you get what I mean by that? Honestly speaking, okay, I get what you mean. I don't know where you come from, but to be honest, for me, it's really hard to even imagine what to do in real life to support game more. We were present with BFAS Sword demo in almost every major convention here in Europe and in States. Of course, if you live in Japan, let's say, okay, we've never been in Japan, sadly, but in States we've been in Fallen, in Historicon, in Cold Wars, Adepticon, in Europe, Salute in London, Tactica in Hamburg, Essenspiele, Crisis in Antwerp. So every major wargaming convention in Europe and States, there was plenty of opportunities where you can see the game. So if there will be in the future any convention in your country, you may simply ask us for support. We used to give this support for every single time when we get someone who asks about, okay, I would like to do the demo of your game, at the convention at somewhere. Okay, so we simply put some catalogs, so some sample of models, and we send those items to individual who would like to help us with promoting of the game. So this is something we do for the first edition, and this is something we are going to do for the second edition. It's obvious. Also, we are hosting the championship by BFAS Sword Championships every single time here in Poland, in Warsaw. It was quite big tournament, very well organized. People like it, so I think it was very well organized. We hosted plenty of people from many different countries, from Sweden, Belgium, States, UK, Germany, etc., etc. So also we are organizing the second tournament in Castle near to Krakow So we are supporting the game. I believe strongly that our game were well supported. There is, however, there is one place where we should be much more visible and where the game needs much more audience and more materials. It is internet, it is YouTube, and this is something we would like to change. Okay, number 17, long one. One other thing, I always appreciated your army creator. Free of use, all armies and sizes available, intelligent calculations, storable, printable, were supported and updated. I reported some typos and they got fixed within a day. Really great, helped a lot to cut through the complexity. I guess you keep the creator, although I'm not sure if the cards will be enough. It's, again, I think I've answered this question already. So the army creator is something we would like to prepare for the second edition. This is obvious, but it will not be available since the beginning, because the making the army creator for the second edition will take some time and some effort. So first of all, we need to have the rules set in stone, then the army list set in stone, then we will ask to prepare those materials and put to the army creator. 18. How will open formation units be handled? This is something I believe also answered before. You will simply put all bases on a moving tray, but the thing that this is the open formation will be reflected in the rules. So whenever you use and you move the tray with the open order formation, you get feeling that this is open order, this is light cavalry or something. So we really like this aspect of the second edition rule, and people, I mean testers, also like it. So I really believe that this is good solution, and also all the players will like it, as we do. 19. Will the existing campaign books also get a makeover to match the new format? Okay, honestly, we'll think about that. So first of all, we would like to deliver you the basic rules and the first the army list, for generic army list. Then we will move to the new campaigns, the historical campaigns, where the new army list will show up. The first will be English Civil War. This is something we have announced already. Then we will think about the next, which campaigns will be next. Maybe we simply make over the old ones. Maybe we release something new. We have not decided yet. Okay, last two questions. Is there be a last first edition World Championship event, a last chance to compete, or do we just wait for the new rules? We don't know yet. We thought about this kind of goodbye first edition event, but we are not sure if this event will be a championship. We will see. Whenever we decide, we will let you know, guys, as soon as possible. The last question: will all armies and lists from the first edition will be supported in new edition? Honestly, it depends on what you mean supported. If you mean if all armies from this first edition will be in the second edition, yes, except of Gdańsk and Courland, I mentioned about that earlier. But if you mean that if we, let's say, translate our first edition list to the second edition list at the beginning with the release of the second edition, no, it will not happen. So it's something completely different. Anyway, if you like Gosiewski foray set, and if you like the rules for this army list, so it will not be present at the beginning. But with time, we will add those historical lists to the game as well. Okay, this is everything for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please leave me a thumb up, and also please subscribe my channel to be updated with news about the BFAS Sword. In next videos, I will try to show you how the game works, how each different aspects of the game will work in the second edition. This is something I really like to do, so please stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Bye.